Marcel Sabitzer, a player who joined Manchester United in the January transfer window, and it was on the deadline day of that winter transfer window, has gone ahead and really demanded for a permanent United stay through his performances and through his advisors and his agent. Also, welcome to United Matters channel. Rock and David is my name. After Sabitzer, we are talking about Ten Hag, talking about Xavi and what expects today in the game of football. They're going to play against Barcelona, and obviously Xavi, a player who came out and really said that Casemiro is nowhere near playing at Barcelona. He has gone ahead and returned heel. He's now trying to throw lots of praises to him, and obviously we will sum it up with Jules Koundé and the threat of Marcus Rashford and how he really survived a red card in the first game that we played away in Barcelona. Rock and David is my name again. Smash the like button, comment and share. Guys, continue to subscribe because we want to hit 12,000 subscribers. Not so? So continue showing us the love, and don't forget to do the needful and keep us in the know of what is happening from your vicinities and which questions you want us to go on and really tackle here onto this channel that strictly does Manchester United content. Now, the first person to talk was talking to you. Sport One is in Germany, and you know what it means? That's where his advisor Roger Whitman is. He has told Sport One that he loves the hardness. That is Marcel Sabitzer of the Premier League. It was clear from the start the Premier League was a great fit for him. He's an aggressive player. He does exactly what he can there, and that's what's needed here. So, in the Premier League, we know the attributes. To me, what comes first is the talent. If you ask, does Sabitzer has the talent? He ticks that box. Talk of the physicality. Does he have the physicality to play in the Premier League? He ticks the box. Is he an aggressive player? That's it. Is he a winner? Tick. Every attribute that would help a player thrive in the Premier League, he really possesses it. Let no one lie to you. He's one of the different specimens that you have in the game of football that will come out and really do lots of things. And only his profile shows you how good this guy is, because the only positions he has not played in his entire career are the goalkeeping department and the central defense. He has played as a right back, left back, CDM, box-to-box midfielder, central attack midfielder, right winger, left winger, central attacking midfielder. He has also played as a forward. That is Marcel Sabitzer for you. And it shows you how this game of football is important to him and what it means to him, because he loves it. And when you look at his performance at Manchester United, obviously, they are really sending a clear message to Eric Ten Hag that, please, if you don't sign this man permanently, I don't know where you're going to get a midfielder that really suits your philosophy, because Sabitzer has come in the Premier League and made a perfect fit at Manchester United, and he has fit the club of Eric Ten Hag like a glove. Now, he went ahead and said at Manchester United, we see Marcel Sabitzer from Leipzig again. I'm very happy for him. What's next in the summer? We will see what the time comes with. Now, when you talk about that he's back, he's like the Marcel Sabitzer that was playing back in Leipzig. This was the best that we've ever seen. That's why even by the time when he was playing at RB Leipzig, this guy, he's called who? The interim of Manchester United that was sacked, Ralph Ragnick, came out and recommended him to Manchester United. He was among the list of close to 6-7 players that he recommended to the board of United to go on and sign for an open heart surgery at Manchester United. Marcel Sabitzer, Konrad Laimer, he wanted that duo from RB Leipzig because they are playing that midfield together. He went ahead to call for the signing of Enzo Fernandez, Julian Alves, Michele, this central defender at Man City that they bought in. What is his name? That tall guy who is a beast. I've forgotten his name. But he called in for signings of close to 7 players that right now everywhere they are really doing great. But for Sabitzer, talking of him being happy and playing like the player he was at RB Leipzig is good, because that means he has spent close to 1.5 seasons at Bayern Munich he has not gone ahead to put in performances and stats that he's putting in at Manchester United. And it's a player that you will all reckon with because of his talent. And I believe those that watch the game of Leicester City very well, this guy was involved in the 2 goals, the first one and the third goal. The first one, he does a very good interception, passes the ball to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno releases Rashford. Rashford, boom, into the back of the net. For the third goal, after Martinez pressing Iheanacho very well and lost possession, he does a single touch to Marcus Rashford. And Rashford cuts or runs or makes a diagonal run through the central axis and releases Sancho. Sancho passes it to Bruno Fernandes, and obviously Bruno Fernandes does a cut back to Sancho, and Sancho taps it into the back of the net. And in all those situations that were ignited by Sabitzer, if he takes any extra touch, we are closed down. And the runs he makes after passing that ball makes the opponent run out of options on who to back, because the first goal, after passing that ball to Bruno Fernandes, guess what? He made a run towards the opponent of Leicester City that would have gone ahead and closed down Bruno Fernandes, hence giving Bruno Fernandes yards of space to do that outboot pass that found Rashford and score that goal of football. So he's really doing lots of things, and I want you to watch him closely every time you're playing. He does something different every time. That is Marcel Sabitzer. Then his agent has come out and really hinted about Sabitzer's play. So Marcel Sabitzer's agent says Marcel Sabitzer is a top player. I'm not surprised at all that he performs so well so quickly. If you have as much experience as Sabitzer, it doesn't take long to find your way in such a club and such a league. So when you look at all what they are really saying, it shows you that they are calling in for a permanent deal coming in from Manchester United, because these are some of the things that you'll always coming through and obviously recall for Manchester United. And obviously he has gone ahead to grasp this league quickly and is making a very huge turnaround at Manchester United, to an extent that we are all not mourning about Eriksen's absentia. However, much want Eriksen to be back, because when he's available, he makes our team look stronger with options in the midfield. Because when he comes back, I believe Bruno will be playing as a right wing, Sabitzer and Casemiro double pivot. Then Eriksen will be playing as a central attacking midfielder, a position where I want him to be playing at Manchester United. After Bruno showing us that he can thrive off the right wing, I think some games should call in for those 4 to be on the field of play, and it is really going to be so much important. I think I'm going to do a video of how Ten Hag can line up with Casemiro, Sabitzer, Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes in the same team, in the same game, in the same team. I think that video should be done, I think, before the end of this week, and I really upload it up onto this channel. So guys, smash the like button, comment and share. That's what the agent and the advisor of Sabitzer has gone ahead and really hinted about as far as Sabitzer's permanent stay at United is concerned. Sabitzer wants to be at Old Trafford. He doesn't want to go back to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich are only calling in for £20 million only. Those are like 25 million euros. They would have made close to £10 million profit from the amount of money they bought him from RB Leipzig. Now, let's do some Erik Ten Hag and what he talked about Xavi and his team. He said, I don't know what Xavi is thinking. Obviously, Xavi and Pedri are big players, but their squad has so much depth. Today, it will be a very good game from Barcelona, so we have to play our best. To me, people are talking about Pedri and Xavi, but I think the return of Busquets gives Barcelona an extra Xavi or Pedri in Frenkie de Jong, because Busquets is going to be playing in a single pivot and de Jong is going to be playing as a box-to-box midfielder alongside Frankie Kessie in a midfield 3. I think that really calls out that to be cancelled out. I believe Pedri or Xavi are nowhere near Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong is a better player. He's now going to be playing in more advanced position of the pitch that might go ahead and really cost us even and put an eye on this game of football, because the return of Busquets is going to give Frank de Jong a lot of liberty into that midfield. But I think if we silenced Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri, one of the best midfielders in the world, how come we stop a 35-year-old CDM that has just returned? I believe it's not going to be an easy game at all, but I see a United win written all over it. And Ten Hag doesn't know what Xavi is going to come in for. And there is a story I read yesterday that Xavi is even considering of playing two left backs. Where in the history of Barcelona was it written and was it seen that Barcelona would opt to play two left backs, one as the left back and one as a left forward? Where in that game of football have you ever even heard of it? It shows you how far Ten Hag has taken us and how bad Barcelona have dropped in standards. That is the drop in standards. For the several occasions I've seen Barcelona come to Old Trafford, they've not come with any respect for Manchester United, because I think even when Sir Alex Ferguson was here and we beat them by 1-0, I think they were a better side. But we closed down spaces very well. We had a watertight defense, Vidic and Rio Ferdinand, Patrice Evra, Rafael da Silva. You get Michael Carrick, Fletcher, Paul Scholes, Ronaldo, Tevez, Wayne Rooney. Very good team, but the best we did in that game was running, and the only moment we got of Paul Scholes, we capitalized onto that and scored that beautiful goal that sent that goal into a 1-0 win. The last time they played at Old Trafford, they won us by 1-0. We are playing a pragmatic style of football under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, so there was no respect. This time round, we are the better side than Barcelona, because we showed it even when we were playing away at Catalonia. We went ahead to score 2, past them they had to come and level that beautiful game of football. So I believe Ten Hag knows this very well. And now, let's go to Xavi. Xavi is the coach of Barcelona, and while Casemiro is still playing for Real Madrid, he made a statement that Casemiro is not fit to play into the CDM position of Real Madrid. I believe way back it was Busquets who was the best CDM in the world. That's it. But who took over? It is Casemiro. And now Xavi has gone ahead to talk about these two players. That is Varane and Casemiro. He said, I would say both are very important. Passion and mentally, they are used to this kind of games. With this kind of players with experience, they are making the difference for the team. So he's acknowledging that these two players are really making huge difference for the team of Manchester United. That is Xavi for you. And let me bring you up to speed. These two players, no playing against Barcelona like having breakfast, lunch and supper. That's the extent at which they've extended their know about Barcelona. And the good thing is that this is not the Barcelona that you're going to get afraid of. You get? If you're having Varane, Lisandro Martinez in the central defense, Luke Shaw left back, Bissaka Oldal right back, Casemiro and Sabitzer in that's double pivot position, Bruno Fernandes as a cam, Rashford left wide, I think that's enough to really kill off the game immediately at Old Trafford. And he's also hitting about the experience, and they make a difference for the team. And in the game of football, there is no position that needs experience like the midfield. I saw Bajetic in the game of Liverpool and Madrid. He was winning balls, but was not going in for those line-breaking passes. He was going for the ordinary because this game was way above his thought. You get? And through thinking and doing the ordinary, that's how you go ahead and really thrive and find yourself in a position of really killing off the game of football. That's it. So Xavi had to say about that. Then Conde on Marcus Rashford. He had the following to say, that I think he's a very good player. He can do a lot of things. He's very fast, so it makes it difficult. great at reading space too, so it's always a very huge challenge to play against this type of player, but also exciting. This is why we play. So he's talking about Marcus Rashford, and obviously Jules Koundé is one of those players that really survived the red card down in Catalonia, and guess who he fouled? It was Marcus Rashford, because Rashford was released and burst into space. Jules Koundé found himself fouling him, but the referee said no, and I think that was a very huge mistake that the referee really had to do about that game of football. And that's what I had for you. Jules Koundé respecting Marcus Rashford, and it's always good to respect your opponent, because through that's where you come in through and really find yourself successful. So your reactions to Sabitzer demanding a permanent United stay are welcome in the comment section below. Then Ten Hag hinting about the Xavi plan that he doesn't know about, but he knows that he's going to come out with 11 players on the field of play and face United. Then Sabitzer's agents, what do you think about their say? Do you think Sabitzer has done enough to stay at Old Trafford? All that into the comment section below. Rokan David is my name. May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.